Patrick Ebert here, back at the Hitters Academy. Want to introduce our next two guests with us. If you could just take the time and tell us who you are.
I'm Sam Meinbauer. I go to Waukesha West High School, and I play first base.
Okay. I'm Johannes. I go to McGuanago High School. I'm from McGuanago, and I am a catcher.
Okay, great. Thanks, guys. Start with you, Sam. I want to ask you, so last summer, I was at the Midwest Premier event up in the Wisconsin Dells area, and went and watched that thing. You guys with the Navy team. You even had Noah Miller on your squad that year. That was right before he got drafted in the first round. I want to talk about that. We were in the championship game, and you guys went down early. And the biggest thing that I took away from that moment, and it kind of speaks to the academy itself, is like you guys never lost your composure. You kept going to the plate. You kept doing the same things. You stayed within yourself, and sooner or later, you got into within a rhythm. Yeah. And, Michael Lippy came up with a big hit, and then you had the biggest hit of all that put you ahead by 2 runs. Excuse me, you win that championship. Can you talk about that approach, just kind of like almost from what you've learned? And not only that, but almost like your team. It's just like you believed in yourselves and you came away with the win.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing of all that is you know that you have the skill to do it. You just have to believe. It's a mental thing. You just got to believe in yourself, but you can't get too high or you can't get too low. You kind of got to stay level, because if your opponent sees your emotion, then they know that they're getting to you. So if you just keep your composure and you just believe that you can do it, then you're fine.
Where does that come from? Where does that start? Does it start with the coaches, and how much does it continue, like with your teammates?
RJ really instills that in us.
Okay.
He is always like, it's a job. You can have, but and all good jobs you can have fun, and that's what we have here. We're playing baseball, we're having fun, but it's also a job, and you have a duty to do. And RJ instills that in us, just to complete the job and win the game.
Okay. Now, obviously, Will, for you, being from McGuanago and both of you, Waukesha West, you're not close to here, No. So you've made a commitment to this program, and can you speak to that and what drew you here and what keeps you coming back?
Yeah, so what drew me here this summer, I was playing with Midwest Halos, and then fall came around, and I've been good friends with him for a while, and he texted me, he was like, hey, RJ wants to play fall with us. I'm like, oh, great, let's do it, because this is like top team in the Midwest, top in Wisconsin for sure. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And then I played my first tournament with him. I'm like, this is where I want to be. So I just kept playing through fall, and then came around winter. And I know all the guys that come out here. I know it, good production, and they just they do the right stuff and have good training. So that's kind of why I'm here training in the winter now.
Okay. Talk about the friendships you've made. I mean, obviously it seems the two of you have some type of natural rapport with one another.
Yeah.
But, I mean, now MSOE, right? Yep. You're going, and Madison College. Yep. So you're going to continue that. You're going to stay in state. Obviously, yep. D3 and JUCO, so it's not like you play one another. And your high schools, I'm guessing, do you guys play each other?
Yeah, we're in the same conference.
Okay, you're in the same conference.
Yep.
So not only yourselves, but you're going to see, other guys that you played with and against. Just talk about the friendships and kind of almost that network that baseball creates for you guys.
The most fun thing is, so we make all our friends at club ball, and we know everyone through that. And then when we go play high school baseball, and when you're playing against each other, you have that friendly competitiveness, but you still want to beat each other as much. That's the person you want to beat the most. It's who's on your club team. So making friends here is awesome, and then seeing them outside of school and just seeing the success of everyone else and just competing is what really gets me. It's really fun.
Okay. Similar for you?
Yeah, pretty similar.
Okay.
And then outside of even baseball, I just joined here in the fall, and I'm already outside of baseball hanging out with guys, and it's really easy to bond with guys because of this. And then you're all pretty much the same person. You're all in it to play baseball, and then you're all pretty much the same personality almost, and everybody just gets along real well.
There's been a lot of talk over the years about playing multiple sports and not focusing too much and not playing with your travel team because it takes you away from your high school friends. But I mean, what I've always found interesting, because I've been covering travel ball for so long, is you actually can build bigger, stronger friendship foundations. I mean, you're spending so much time on the road.
Yeah, 100%.
You're spending so much time in the van. I know you guys talk about being van rats and stuff like that. So can you talk about that experience a little bit, and just the amount of time that you're traveling into places that you probably never go before?
I think My first experience was 2 falls ago. I was in the van for the first time. Never team traveled anything like this, and it was one of the coolest experiences of my life because I got to learn how to live on the road and live on my own. But also, it's like you're a big family. You live together, you eat together, you do everything together. And RJ taking me in that van for the first time, it really taught me how to be a man and how to be grown up. And that's one of the biggest things that I've gotten from here is just to be a man.
Okay. Have you had those same experiences just coming on in the fall?
Yeah, so when we went down to Georgia this past fall, I team traveled and was in the van, and it was just a good time being around everyone. And you're just around them for most of the time. You really start to bond a little bit more, like staying in the same hotel, going to same dinner, leaving at the same time. You're always around them, so you are almost forced to bond, but in a good way.
Okay, good. What's next, MSOE in Madison? I mean, what kind of led to those choices, and what do you want to take from here to there?
What led to me to get into MSOE, I really wanted to put academics. I was always taught academics then baseball, and MSOE has really good academics, and it's a fit for me for baseball. So it was just the perfect combination for me to go to. And what I'm going to take from here to be there is just to beat everyone else out. Freshman year, I want that spot on the lineup opening day. I want to be at first base. So that's what I'm going to take from here. I wanted to get on this team. I knew it was going to be a struggle getting in the lineup with a bunch of D1 talent, and I worked hard to do it, so I'm going to do the same thing at MSOE.
Great field, too. Great facility.
Yes.
So,
it's great. It's great. The whole turf field, really nice.
Yeah, just amazing. Yeah, how about you?
So I started talking to Coach Davenport in the summer, actually after a camp I did in like late August for hitters. And ever since then, we had like a really good relationship. And then into fall, he's like, yeah, come out on a visit, and we'll see what we can do. And I just liked it ever since then. And then a bunch of guys that I'm friends with and that I know are like top quality guys are going there. So it just felt like a really good fit for me, especially with what I want to do after my 2 years there. And I just felt that was like my best place to develop from a developmental standpoint.
Okay. Well, great. Well, best wishes moving forward to both of you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
the time.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right.